I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ears, the Son of God discloses, and he walks with me and he talks with me and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever. Hey everybody, Lady Cheryl here, and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. In this episode, I'm going to share with you how I'm air layering my fig tree for the first time. I'm also going to share with you more seeds I'm broadcasting in the greenhouse, and I'm going to share with you how I add inexpensive hoops to an elevated raised garden bed to allow my winter greens more room to grow. Okay, let's get started. I've been working in the food forest early in the morning, cleaning up, and also working in the greenhouse, straightening up and moving things around. Because now that the weather is cooler, I've been able to do some of my fall cleanup finally. I also dropped a few carrot seeds right in here, just broadcasted them, and I put a couple in those pepper plants that I'm going to put into dormancy. So right in here, I'll put a tag that says Parisian carrots, and right in this area, I am going to plant my favorite beet from all time, and they're golden beets. Again, they're from Baker Creek, and it's only a few seeds, so I'm gonna just broadcast them in here. And I changed my mind. I got a few carrots in containers, like right there and here, but I'm gonna put these other transplants someplace. Brian Breeder, you see that ladybug?
Yes.
Can you tell me why it's there?
Because it's eating aphids.
Right, it eats aphids.
Those are nasty bugs that are on the plant.
Yeah, those nasty bugs that secrete a honeydew substance that the ants like. So that's why I don't put chemicals on my plants and trees and the food forest, because I want it to have a culture food forest where the bad bugs are eaten by other good bugs. So a ladybug is a good bug or a bad bug? Yes?
A ladybug can be a bad bug and a good bug?
Why, how is it a bad bug, Brian?
I don't know.
Yeah, you just made that up. I am so grateful we got a little rain. For the first time, we got more than a few drops of rain in over a month. So I'm removing the cover, this insect netting, off of this elevated raised garden bed, and you can see that the insect netting didn't have any hoops on it, so it's too flat, and leaves of the greens were bending over, so I want to give them more room without squishing them down. And I just want you to take a look at how beautiful that is. I just planted these 2 weeks ago. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous, different types of kale and collard. That might be a collard or a cabbage. Mustard greens. I didn't tag everything this year, because after it gets a certain size, I don't know what it is. And remember, I propagated the society garlic, and I'm trying to pull it a little bit. It has a little resistance, so it's taking roots. And what I'm going to do before I put the hoops on, I'm going to experiment. I'm always experimenting. And I'm going to add, trying to open this bag up. I'm going to show it to you first. This is some organic garlic. I don't know what kind it was. It was 3 bulbs for $1 at Albertsons, my local grocery store. So I put it in the refrigerator, and I bought it several months ago. So I'm going to put the pointed side up, and I'm just going to stick it down in here and make sure that the pointed, did you see that? Let me try another one. Just going to put it in here, pointed side up, push it down. You can make little divots or little holes, but the soil is real moist, So I'm just gonna cover it up. It went down about 4 inches. And I'm gonna experiment, and I'm gonna see if I could keep a lot of the insects away using other types of garlic and not just the society garlic. So I don't care if I don't get a big harvest of garlic. I've got enough to last me for a couple of years. So I'm just putting that in there, side up, and I'll put one right here. Make sure I got the pointed side up. Since the soil is so soft, and cover it up. It went down about 4 inches. Now I have these hoops that I get from Amazon, and I'm just gonna put them right here on the end, not too far down, and then that'll give the greens more room to grow. And so I'll just put another one. I think 2 is enough just for this little container. Trying to put another one right here. And don't want to go down too far. Kind of make sure that they're about level. Just eyeballing it. Yeah, it looks cool. Now I'm going to go in the house and I'm going to go and get some more netting. Okay, that looks 100% better. And it has a lot of room to grow. And by the time they get up to here, you know, it'll be time to take the mesh cover out. Hopefully it'll be cold enough where there won't be that many cabbage moths flying around to lay those darn beastards of worms. Okay? All right. I hope I share something you can use. Now let's move on. This is a garden knife that I bought a year ago. Let me open up the blade. I've never used it before, and I purchased it when I procrastinated and said that I was going to air layer this fig tree. Now let me step back and share with you what my problem is. That tree grew so much so that it's growing, the branches are growing into my 2 pear trees. One here and one right there. So I'm going to take some of the branches off. Because this branch is so thick, the girth, I know that's not a good idea. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to air layer this branch right here. I'm going to air layer this branch right here. And maybe one more on the other side. It'll be my first time doing it. And then I will do some severe pruning. So there's no one here to hold the camera for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start about right here. Yep. And I'm going to cut away, I think it's called cambium layer, right in here. And this is what I'm going to graft. I'll come back when I have the layer removed. So this is what I did. I just carved right around here, and they're like little rings on your tree. And I'm going to do the same thing right in here. I'm going to go all the way around. I'm going to go here and go follow the line and remove that first thick layer of bark. Okay? I'll be back. Okay. So you can see what I did. I just removed that. In this area right in here to expose that. That's where the roots will be coming out of. So I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna do the whole area like that. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I removed that first layer all the way around. Let me see if you can see it. That's just a little soil on my hand that I used to go get some potting mix. And I took a water bottle and I put a circle out at the bottom. Can you see that? Yep, see that little line? That way I can put it on. So I have some packing tape, clear, and I'm gonna put that around to keep it in place. Put the tape around here to close up the opening, and now I'm gonna fill this with potting mix. I'll try to do a little bit of it. Put it in there. And a lot of it's going to waste, so I'm gonna come back when I have it all done, and I'm gonna press it in there to make sure I get a lot, okay? I'll be back. The next thing I'm gonna do is add some water. I already pre-watered the soil, so it's pretty moist. Yeah, that's real moist. You can see the liquid. You can see the water. Now I'm going to put a cap on it. I apologize. Okay, because it's hard to do this with one hand. Yeah, that's cool. There we go. But I'm going to slide it up like this when I get it all taped. That way it'll cover up that opening. Okay, I'm going to tape it all up and I'll be back. So I think I got it taped up real good. And I've seen in videos people use aluminum foil. But I'm going to use plastic wrap and a bag because this is Texas and it gets real hot here. So I'm going to wrap this bag around it and then this plastic. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap. And I think it'll be fine. And the reason why I said this is Texas, I meant to say that this is Texas and it still gets very warm here even in the fall. Some years my children were wearing shorts on Halloween. So the aluminum foil, I think, will hold in more heat. So I'm going with the clear plastic. And I'll let you know in about a month how it does. All right. I'm singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. Guys, I am so happy. We've only got a few drops of rain for the last 30 days, but we're getting a good downpour. So this is going to be so helpful for the food forest. Thank you, Jesus. Thank God for the rain. Yes. The wrap for this video. I hope I share something that you can use. Remember, check me out on Monday nights and check out my natural skin and hair care line at Lady Cheryl's Products.com. Bye now. Go your own, eat your own. It's not hard, you can do it. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for watching. See you real soon.